right, sir? You cool with SmartAssPodCast as a title?
That's fine.
All right. Greetings, Internet. Welcome to the first episode of the SmartAssPodCast. I'm Chris. This is my co-host, Wookie Wang.
Wookie Wang.
A.k.a. Eli. And we're here to bring you this week's pop culture minutia. Nerd culture, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Then the first thing we have to talk about is the elephant in the room. I know we're a day late and a dollar short, but Mandalorian, Season 2, spoiler alerts. If you don't like it, go watch the show. What can I tell you? It's been what, like a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Get over it.
If you haven't watched it yet, then forget about it. Season 2 finale, the reveal of Luke Skywalker. What do you think about this? I lost my fucking mind.
Yep. That was amazing.
Yeah, it was.
That is the Luke we all wanted to see.
It is. None of that Kathleen Kennedy crap.
Yep.
We'll leave it at that with Kathleen Kennedy for now. Just let Favreau and Filoni do what they're doing, and it's gonna be epic all times.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the CG is still getting there when it comes to de-aging technology, but I think it's what we wanted to see. We saw Luke, and that was the only way we could do it, and it worked. I think it worked.
We seen the green lightsaber.
We did. Oh my god!
Awesome.
Even before that, when that X-wing flew by, I'm like, it's gotta be.
Yeah, I knew it instantly.
Yup, and then you saw the gloved hand. Yep. You saw the black cloak, and then
R2.
Oh my god! This trumps hearing Baby Yoda's real name.
Yep.
Grogu. I don't care. He's Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, that made the whole season.
It did.
That and Boba Fett.
Boba Fett, the post-credit scene, Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett.
Yep.
When he goes back into Jabba's palace.
Yep. It's fucking awesome.
It was. First off, I was like, don't stand over the Rancor pit. I know it's dead, but just in case.
Mm.
But then he saw that. Oh my! It must be the job.
Minion.
Yeah. It has to be the job. Maybe Hutt start off thin and they get fatter.
The greed. Yeah.
Because he's sitting there and then friggin' that bastard from Return of the Jedi sitting there in the seat and he put on 400 pounds.
Literally.
So it's gonna be the job.
It has to be.
Anyway, he took a blaster to the head.
Yep.
So he's gone. And Boba just sat down in his seat.
Mm-hmm. Claimed the throne.
Yeah. So what is coming up next for him is what I'm curious about. Is he gonna go back to bounty hunting? Is he gonna start a criminal empire?
I'd probably go the route of the underworld criminal empire.
Yeah, I hope so.
It seems that way to me, at least. You never know, but
I'm excited about
hopefully Camino again.
Yup.
Can see something with Camino, that would be awesome.
That'd be badass. And then, I know Favreau already said that they're going to focus on the first season of Book of Boba Fett. And then they're going to go into recording, filming season 3 of Mandalorian. So
probably Ahsoka after that.
Yeah, that's right. Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I'm in love. Was those white lightsabers are so badass when she was disappearing awesome. in and out of the mist.
I love that.
Yeah, nah.
They did her justice.
They did
a great job with that.
And it was good having Filoni there to
do all oversee stuff. Everything.
Exactly, because he did all the cartoons and stuff. And then Favreau's just genius as well.
Yep.
He's
the first Iron Man. He's awesome.
Dude, Swingers back in the day.
I've never seen that.
We're gonna have to watch that one because it's good.
Funny?
It is funny.
Right.
It's exactly what it sounds like. It's Vince Vaughn and the Swingers.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to Luke. They got Mark Hamill. I don't know how he kept his mouth shut for over a year, but he managed to do it.
I don't know how they kept it that quiet because
especially after the way Kathleen Kennedy
ended it. Yep. We thought that was the last we were going to see.
Which broke my heart. And I hope they retcon it. I know they're in the talks of there'll be a separate trilogy and that'll splinter off and be good.
Something to do with time travel, world between worlds.
Something, or at least
the cartoon,
or just retcon it. I don't care. Those 3 movies were trash. We all know it. Let's not lie to ourselves.
They weren't the best.
No. They were not. I was like. remember I left the theater the first time I saw the Rise of Skywalker.
Yep. Yep.
Like Jaws full of Snoke, so I'm like, all right, I'm out. I didn't watch it until I watched it with you later on. But
Force Awakens is probably my favorite out of all those.
Yeah, and it still wasn't. No. It didn't feel like Star Wars to me, but I don't know. And then like people talk shit about like Rogue One and like
I love
Solo. I love those movies. They were great.
They were
also
great.
Rogue
Solo
One
was awesome.
Yeah, and Rogue One had my favorite droid. I was like step aside C-3PO. Like K2 is hilarious.
I just love that they put Woody Harrelson in Star Wars.
Oh, that's right.
Awesome.
I forgot. He was his mentor.
Like his mentor. Yep. Exactly.
That was great.
Oh, fantastic.
See, they got Disney. If you're listening, just keep doing that. Like, just like Kathleen Kennedy, go to bed and like leave it to the good people that know what the fans. Let me say it that way: the fans of the franchise.
Yep.
We don't need someone that's just trying to make money off of it. We need people that give a shit about the franchise. We'll spend the money, but give us the quality.
We want the story.
Exactly. Like, trust me, I'm still gonna buy the $150 Luke lightsaber off your website. That's not gonna change.
Nope.
But I want some quality if I'm gonna go see your movies.
Yep.
Yeah. 100%. So Mandalorian's out of the way.
Yeah.
We finally talked about that. What else has been happening this week? Speaking of Disney Plus, MCU, WandaVision.
WandaVision. Yep.
So how do you feel about that? I know you caught up a few more episodes than I have. I only saw the pilot so far.
Yeah, the first 2 episodes. I like where they're going with it.
All right. Yeah.
I feel like they can really set up everything that's to come in the MCU. And
you know, I hear you. You're trying not to give any spoilers away.
I don't want to give too much away, but it's kind of slow in the beginning. It's amusing.
Oh, it's
funny, right?
It's definitely funny. Like they definitely did their homework watching old like 50s sitcoms. Like it definitely felt like I Love Lucy or like Dick Van Dyke or like Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie, all that good stuff. So I do like the vibe off of it, and like the costuming's good. The fact they filmed in black and white with like sitcom lighting, which is good.
And I like, you haven't seen it yet, but in the second episode at the end,
spoiler alert.
Yeah, spoiler alert. They, at the end of the episode, they blend it in. It's black and white throughout the first 2 episodes until the end. And they bring the color into the episode, and it's a beautiful way. I don't want to say too much, but it's pretty cool how they do it.
All right, but from the trailers, it looks like they're going to advance from like the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, and all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll see.
That makes sense.
And they definitely, she's, at the end of that episode, spoiler alert again, she's pregnant.
Spoilers.
So they're obviously going to have kids.
A little baby vision.
Yeah. And I think even in the trailers, they've shown
little baby bump.
Yeah, the baby bump and them holding the hands of their kids. So
that makes sense. If it's in the trailers, it's not a spoiler. I can tell you.
Yeah, it's in the comics too. So
right. Yeah, but on the subject of spoilers, the ukulele, Paul Bentley, like you know damn well I wasn't in the script, and he just kept bugging the director. He's like, I play the ukulele.
It's ridiculous.
You know I play the ukulele. Hey, can I play my ukulele? No, you cannot play your ukulele, Paul.
It's like Morrison, the guy that plays Boba Fett on the set of The Mandalorian,
oh my God,
playing his guitar.
That
was awesome.
Well, I can't blame him for that one because Robert Rodriguez, when he directed that episode, he brought his guitar.
Yeah, he did too. Yeah,
he did. Like,
to Baby Yoda.
A couple of perverts dancing around with Baby Yoda. Like the animatronic was hilarious though.
That was good.
But yeah, they're like you give an actor like an inch, they want to take a mile. He's like, I'm good guitar.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Paul Bentley plays the ukulele. Who knew?
Yeah, who would have known? Another one of his many talents.
That beautiful British bastard. And on the subject of WandaVision, I want to just mention Wanda Maximoff, Elizabeth Olsen, my nerd crush of the week, waifu of the week, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little segment I like to call waifu of the week, nerd crush of the week. I'm in love. I mean, like her sisters, like I don't know, her sisters look like Monchichis. They look like deranged Muppets.
Deranged Muppets.
But oh, have you seen Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen lately? The younger sister definitely got the looks of the family.
Yeah, they didn't age very well.
They did not. Drugs don't help, but they did not age that well.
No.
Like, Full House is over. Yeah. I'm in love with Scarlet Witch. I don't know.
She's a cool character.
She is.
And it's going to be interesting where they go with it. Probably the X-Men.
Let's hope so.
It's gonna go into the new Doctor Strange movie, the second one, Multiverse of
Which
Madness.
Sam Raimi is directing.
That should be a great movie.
Which is gonna be great. Which means
Blade's probably gonna be in it.
All right.
So,
on the subject of Blade,
introduce that character.
I miss Wesley Snipes. He doesn't look that old. Like, bring him back, and he's an actual martial artist. I don't know. Mahershala Ali looks too old to play an undead vampire. Well, not undead, but he's a half breed. So
I love Wesley Snipes, but I'm not mad about what they went with.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. He's a good actor, so we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna miss Wesley Snipes. Those are my Blade movies, especially two. Oh,
and if they bring Wolverine back, they gotta at least.
They keep inching towards Scott Eastwood. I don't know if they're going to do it. But
I would like that, but they at least have to have, because they're doing all this multiverse of madness stuff, at least show Hugh Jackman at some point.
Yeah, exactly. Especially before he gets too old to actually play the character.
Yep.
Because he's aging, but at least he's still in good shape. Like, because Logan was fantastic, and that was like...
That movie was
supposed to be, what, like
amazing.
20, 50 years in the future? I forget.
I don't know, but that movie was fantastic.
Logan was great.
And friggin' Dr. Xavier.
Oh, Professor X, yeah.
Professor X.
Young Professor X is hilarious in it.
Dementia, he's like having like early stages of dementia, just forgetting stuff, and his powers are going.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, he has like Alzheimer's and like
he can't control himself anymore. It's insane.
He's going losing his mind. He's just sitting in like the bed watching like westerns with the
and
kid.
Then the Wolverine clone. That was an awesome fight in that movie.
All right. You know, Logan was a good movie too. Damn, we're like going backwards with like the stuff we're supposed to be talking about, but I like it. I don't care.
All right.
It is. It's fine with me.
Get off subject sometimes, but
yeah. Damn, I was gonna mention something about Wolverine, but I forgot. It was important. I remember it later. I just blurred out.
His first two movies weren't my favorite. I didn't think either one of those were the best movies. I don't know how you feel about that.
The Wolverine?
The one.
Oh, the Japan one was not that great. And what was that the thing?
The other one, it was just back in time. Origins. It showed.
All right.
He fought Deadpool. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, that one I forgot about that.
They didn't want him to swear, so they friggin' made him have a mouth.
But did you remember the end of the Deadpool 2? Again, spoilers, but if you haven't seen Deadpool 2, like shame on you.
Yeah, these movies have been out.
He goes back and he kills that version of him.
Yep. That's great.
It was great.
Yep.
I love Ryan Reynolds. I'll watch him in anything. I don't care. Like, you know what? Yep. Green Lantern sucked, but I watched it anyway, and I loved every minute of it.
Mostly because of Ryan Reynolds.
100% because of Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Amityville Horror, that's a great one.
I forgot he was in the remake of that one.
He plays...
That's right, he plays the father, yeah. What's his Lutz? George Lutz?
He was great.
I forget. I'm the horror guy, and I forget like the name of the main character from that movie. I'm going to hell.
That was a great movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was.
I love that movie.
It was. And like, you know how I am about remakes, and I actually like that one, so it was good.
He's a great actor.
He is. I love Ryan Reynolds. Like, I've been watching him since friggin' like Waiting and like Van Wilder. Oh, before Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Parlor.
That's hilarious.
That movie was classic. But Two Guys, a Girl, and a Pizza Parlor. Like him and
really
like
funny.
Nathan Fillion back in the '90s on a sitcom. Wednesdays at 8 on ABC.
Waiting's great. Is that what you just said?
Waiting's another great one too. The movie's horrifying because I fear everyone.
Your kids watch that.
No, I fear going to restaurants after that movie. I'm like, I'm gonna say something. They're gonna spit in my food. If that's if spitting's the worst thing they do in your food, like just count yourself lucky. Man, Ryan Reynolds. I think he just replaced Elizabeth Olsen as my nerd crush of the week. No, Wanda Maximoff is she inches him out.
Yeah,
because she makes him. She'd be a good wife. Ryan Reynolds would make you laugh, but I don't think he'd be there for you in your time of need.
Yeah, I don't know. I question his character.
Yeah, so sometimes you need to be a little serious.
Yeah.
I'll drink his liquor though. He has that new the Pilot whiskey or whatever the hell it is.
I don't know.
I'm gonna buy it though.
Did you ever try Drew Bledsoe's?
Drew Bledsoe's alive.
Drew Bledsoe's alive.
No, so
anyway.
Drew Bledsoe's making wine.
Yep.
Fucking Tom Brady abandons our team and watches the ship sink and goes to Florida.
It's all right. I still hope he wins.
I don't. You bastard! Trade off!
Go Brady. Go Bucks. The Saints are going down this weekend.
Breaks my heart.
Still love the Patriots, but Brady has my heart.
I don't know. I want to knock the feather out of Cam Newton's hat. Like this season's been bad.
I can't stand him.
But I can't blame him too much. I'm
8
still
touchdown passes this year. Brady has 40.
I'm still blaming Brady.
Yeah,
but he left us. He abandoned me.
I blame Belichick for that.
He went out for a pack of cigarettes and he never came back. At least Belichick's been there. He's kind of like the mean old grandpa that just doesn't leave the house. He yells at you when you come in.
Yep.
Where have you been? Exactly.
Come in before the street lights come on.
Exactly. Meanwhile, Bob Kraft's just not visiting massage parlors. How do we get on this subject? We're from New England, obviously. Yeah. We're talking about the Patriots. I'm sorry if we don't get fans from that. I'm sorry, but we won that many years in a row. Get over it.
Yep.
We suck now.
Should have won more, but it is what it is.
We suck now, so you can't stay too mad at us.
Yep. We're reverting back to our previous history of
Drew Bledsoe.
Nothing. Drew Bledsoe and nothing after that. Tony Houston.
Anyway. What else happened this week in nerd history? Anything good? Anything bad?
I haven't read the book, but I've heard a lot of negative things about the High Republic books that are coming out.
Yeah.
The Light of the Jedi.
I have heard a lot of negative things as well.
I like the director, Charles Soule. I feel like he did great with the Vader comics.
Yep.
But from what I've heard about the book...
The comics did not look...
That's one thing. You can be a great comic... You can be a great guy with comics, but that doesn't mean you're going to be great with a novel. And that's probably not the best guy to start your series off with to introduce all these characters and etc.
Well, yeah, you know how I feel all the new crap they come out with. I'm like, leave it to Filoni and Favreau. They can't do any wrong. Just let them do everything, including the comics. But yeah, comics in general has kind of been on the downward slump for a while.
Yeah.
I'll just read my manga and call it a day.
I love the Vader comics. I haven't read the new ones that have come out lately, but the first 8 I have, fantastic. Target Vader, Vader Down, great too.
I'll take your word for it. I'll stick to the original trilogy and the prequel trilogy.
Those movies are fantastic.
Yeah, they are. Oh, and Rogue One.
Watched those hundreds of times.
Don't forget, he comes in at the end of Rogue One and he's just choking people out and just force choking motherfuckers.
It's great.
Oh, it's great.
The pigs.
Yeah, and I don't know. They just gotta keep making stuff before. But before James Earl Jones dies, I gotta just keep. So let him record everything he says all day. So in case he ever dies, they just have a bunch of dialogue.
A data bank.
Exactly. He's in the bathroom taking a shit, and he's like, they just record it. I don't care.
That's one thing I would love to see, a Vader series.
Oh, I thought you meant James Earl Jones taking a shit.
Oh, no.
I'd watch it.
He has a Vader mask on, why not?
That's true. If he's wearing the mask, that's fine.
Yep.
Oh, man.
But I would love to see a Vader series. We're definitely going to see him in the Obi-Wan.
They have to. And what about Ahsoka? Because, is it going to take place, after they were met in The Mandalorian? Or is it going to be a little before that? Because that was his Padawan, so... You'd think he might show up at some point, and they did confirm for Obi-Wan, so why not throw him in there, too, before... If they do flashbacks with Ahsoka anyway.
At least say flashbacks.
You'd think they would.
Because I think the Ahsoka series is going to take place more near the Mandalorian, yeah.
So, after the original trilogy.
I feel like she's going to lead into Thrawn and possibly Ezra. Who knows where that could lead. That'd be interesting.
I'm looking forward to that, too.
I really like Rebels. I don't know. You've never really seen much of it.
No, the bits and pieces. I mostly watched it when I was hanging with you.
Yeah.
But
I really like Rebels. I feel like it's a good...
Yeah, but now I got Disney Plus.
A little childish, but...
That's
okay.
Nothing wrong with animation.
We all have a little child still in us.
Yeah.
I'm
not letting him out. He's locked in my basement. Well, down cellar, as we say. But, there's nothing wrong with the cartoons. Now that I have Disney Plus, I'll definitely try to catch up on all that. Because everyone keeps telling me
Clone Wars is excellent.
Everyone keeps telling me once you watch it all and then you watch Clone Wars, the
Darth Maul.
Attack of the Clones, it breaks your heart because you actually know all the characters that died.
Yep.
So I'm looking forward to that.
Revenge of the Sith. It's probably my favorite Star Wars movie. A lot of people have negative things to say about that, but I think the movie's fantastic.
I'm still watching the original trilogy on VHS, so it's.
I love the original trilogy, but
yeah.
I feel like episode 3 takes it for me.
It's definitely a good one, and plus it's like one of the first ones we saw in theaters when we were younger, so it makes sense. I really remember it the best.
Just action-packed. Lightsaber fights are fantastic. The duels.
Yeah. And like it was like later.
All the snapshots of the Clone Wars all over the galaxy.
Yeah, and it was
awesome.
It was like the later aught, so like that technology was there for like good like special effects. And I'm not one for CG. I like practical over CG. It's why I like the VHS of the original trilogy, but it was really good effects.
Yep.
Which is always nice.
You have to love their visit to Kashyyyk. The Wookiee warriors at their finest.
My man loves Wookiees because his name's Wookiee Wang.
Wookiee Wang, yeah.
If you ever see that on social media or like playing a game, that's Wookiee Wang. Just so you know.
Gamer tag.
He will pop up.
Don't play as much, but that's my gamer tag.
I don't feel bad. I still need a new gen system. I'm just lazy and they're hard to find.
I really want that new Call of Duty. Assassin's Creed game.
Valhalla?
Valhalla, that looks amazing.
Vikings.
I love that stuff. The Vikings series was fantastic. But I loved Odyssey, and I'm sure I would love that one too. I just need to have some time and buy the game.
Yeah, that's Assassin's Creed's always fun to play. It's like running around and like not completing missions and just climbing shit.
Yep. Endless side quests.
Dude, climbing shit's just fun. Then jumping like that eagle's like just screeching in the background and like they're
it's just interesting.
Jumping on the bales of hay.
Things you run into in an encounter. It's pretty cool. I like the game.
Yeah, kids also don't jump off a 12-story tower and like think you're gonna survive in a bale of hay.
I don't recommend that.
It's not. I don't think it's gonna work.
You will break your neck, most likely.
Yeah, it's probably what's gonna happen. But I'm still itching to get a Switch because 2 exclusive games are coming out in the spring, and I am a junkie for Japanese RPGs, especially like anything Star Ocean or like Shin Megami Tensei, especially. And they got Shin Megami Tensei 5 and Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne, and the HD remasters coming out, and they're both Switch exclusives, and I don't know if they're going to stay Switch exclusives or later on get put on like the PlayStation Store or whatever. And I still need to get a PS5 though because they got all the old back catalog I can just buy.
I have never heard of that, but it sounds cool.
They're badass. It's
what is it about?
Basically, war on God. Basically, there's always some sort of apocalypse happening, and like you just fight demons and angels, and it's just I'll introduce you to that series because it's
when did it come out? The year exactly?
Early 2000s. It's actually been around since probably like it started off as books in the late 80s. And then started on like the Nintendo and Super Nintendo and just slowly evolved over time.
When did Nintendo even come out? I never had a Nintendo.
Sega guy. I hear you. But,
PlayStation 1, first system over here.
Back in the day. There's nothing wrong with that. I got all my hand-me-downs for my brother and cousins and all that.
Crash Bandicoot. The old Star Wars Battlefronts are awesome.
Shin Megami Tensei is a little darker than Crash Bandicoot, but that definitely has its place. But
Star Wars Bounty Hunter with Jango Fett, that was a really great game.
Yeah, any of the Star Wars, like the Battlefronts are great.
Yep, those are really good games.
Like I won't play anything Star Wars. I'll play it. You know this.
Well, more news. Supposedly, Disney just gave the rights to a bunch of different gaming companies to start producing more Star Wars games, so hopefully
no one fucks up.
We just get better games because the new Battlefront games aren't the best. The stories aren't the best
It's
at all.
EA, right? That's why.
Not good.
It's
multiplayer.
EA, stick to sports games, is what you know.
Yep.
Yeah.
The old PlayStation ones are way better than those.
Yeah,
100%.
Yeah, Star Wars games, like just crank them out, but make sure they're good quality. I'd like to see something that's like kind of like
they're doing an open world game, so supposedly
I was gonna say something like Assassin's Creed or something like that.
Create your own character, Jedi or something. That'd be awesome.
Jedi, Mandalorian, like Mandalorian's gonna be
you can pick
a big thing.
Smuggler, Scoundrel,
exactly.
Pilot, whatever you want to be. Bounty hunter.
It's a Wookiee commando.
Yeah.
Badass.
A hut.
Wookiee.
Be pretty interesting.
I feel like a hut.
You ain't being able to pick any of the alien species. Thousands.
It's just a blue guy.
Freaking Jedi Gamorrean pig. The pig from Jabba's palace.
Just carrying a battle axe and a lightsaber.
Yeah.
Oh, those pigs. Oh, I love that fight scene in The Mandalorian when they're just wrestling each other.
Yep. That was hilarious.
Dude, who played?
Great scene.
Yeah, who played the crime lord too? I forget. It was like
John.
It was someone famous that I did not know that was under that makeup.
The guy that was with Jon Favreau and Chefs. Spanish guy.
John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo. Yeah. Or I was like, I know it's a skinny guy, then he played like a fat guy in makeup, and I was like,
he's a great actor.
I love that guy. He's a goofball.
He's awesome.
Super Mario Brothers, the movie? Like, yes.
Wasn't he in previous
yes,
Rich Rodriguez movies? Wasn't he in one of the... I feel like he was in one of his zombie horror movies. I might be mistaken, but...
what is his filmography off the top of my head? Too Long Food, Thanks for Everything, Julie Newmar. He was in drag the whole time. No, Super Mario Brothers, the movie. Spawn. He played the clown in Spawn. That's another movie he was in a fat suit.
Never seen that.
You never seen Spawn?
Nope.
All right. Todd McFarlane, comic book movie. Guy dies, comes back as a demon, is a fat clown. So it's better than I'm making it sound right now. Crappy early 90s CG, but it's still amazing. And they made a badass animated series too on HBO. They'll check it out. But how we got on Spawn, I don't know. John Leguizamo.
Yep.
Oh, Son of Sam. He was in that Son of Sam movie.
I don't know what that is either.
The serial killer?
Striking out.
Whose name is dog. He's like, hey, why do you kill people? He's like, all right. He's in that movie with Adrian Brody.
Leave your dog out of it.
Exactly. Leave the neighbor's dog out of it. If you're gonna be a serial killer, don't blame the dog. Don't blame the cat.
They didn't do anything to you.
No, we got one on like miniature Potbelly pigs. You can blame that thing because it's bacon. They're food. They don't belong in the house. I'm sorry. I'm not letting a pig in my house unless it's on a plate. Pork chops, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's delicious. Some applesauce.
Pork chop and applesauce.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can tell I watch a lot of old sitcoms. Speaking of old crap, Halloween was an old movie. Oh, yeah, that was a nice segue, huh?
Yeah.
But they pushed back Halloween Kills, and I still don't know how I feel about this. Another thing that we should have talked about a long time ago, but we just started the podcast, so that's not possible.
Yeah.
Unless you get a time machine.
So, you're going to hear about it now.
You are going to hear about it now because I want to go back to theaters so bad. You know that. You know I go into the movies. Like I'll go at least once a week back in the day, but not right now for obvious reasons that we can't talk about because YouTube will demonetize us. We're not going to mention the thing that's going on in the whole planet right now.
No.
That obvious thing. You know that thing?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Those few things.
With that, they didn't want to put Halloween Kills on VOD. I get it. Every year you want to release it on Halloween. It makes sense, and I can wait. It's going to be October again before we know it.
Yep.
It's already January. I felt like it was summer like a week ago. Where does the time go? But Halloween Kills. It seems like it's going to be nuts. I know someone leaked the plot when that
I can't stand the actress.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She's old and she does yoga commercials to help her take a shit.
Sorry, it's random, but she was in New Girls. I was watching that the other day. I was like, oh no, she's following me everywhere.
You hate her guts. I don't know. You go to watch her in Trading Places. They show her, her bits and it's good. It was the 80s. They were still firm. Anyway, Halloween Kills. Someone leaked the plot online after they saw like a early screen of it last year, and I've managed to avoid everything on the interweb about that because I don't want it spoiled for me.
I haven't read or seen much about this movie at all.
Yeah, they've been pretty good about keeping it on the wrap until next year because they don't want to release it on VOD, but
I haven't seen the trailer, I don't even think yet.
They only put out a teaser trailer, and it wasn't even out that long. It's only been out for like a few months now. And they don't show much, but it's supposed to be nuts from what happened at the end of the first one.
Is the cop going to be in it?
Oh, which one? I'm trying to think who died, who lived in Halloween 2018. His mentor,
that was remember the old gentleman?
Oh, all right. Donald Pleasance. May he rest in peace. Sorry about that. Oh yeah, Donald Pleasance. He passed away, but they definitely have a lookalike that plays him in some flashback scenes. So I don't know how prevalent they're gonna be, or like how big that scene is. But there's definitely been confirmed flashback. I wouldn't consider these spoilers. But
I'll watch it, but I'm kind of tired of remakes. They haven't been the best.
yeah, I know, but I know you didn't like the last one that much, but I liked it considering, like, I'm a Halloween guy. Michael Myers is my
For the
spirit
most part,
animal.
it wasn't really a remake, but I like that they're off topic, but I like that they're adding on to the franchise and the world of the aliens. The aliens.
Oh, well, yeah, that's...
Aliens.
It's kind of connected because...
Prometheus.
the Alien Covenant.
Alien Covenant, then.
Because Danny McBride was in that.
Michael Fassbender's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully he plays Dr. Doom. That's my...
That would be nice. But, yeah, but there is a connection between Halloween and Aliens. The Alien Covenant, Danny McBride didn't get the cowboy hat on. He's the pilot.
Mm.
And then he co-wrote the new Halloween 2018. And I'm pretty sure Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends. So there's a connection there.
Mm.
We put two things together that were different, and we made a, peanut butter and jelly sandwich out of it. I'm not right.
No.
No. Well, on that note, anything else that you can think of? You want to spew out into the interwebs before we call it a night? Because I got nothing. Jaws is a good movie.
Do you want to talk about some future topics we'd like to touch on in future videos?
Yeah.
Maybe
I'll touch on a future topic right now.
Maybe some...
You can't see it.
Oh,
man.
Maybe some history stuff.
We can definitely bring in some history.
Some history stuff, some more movies. Want to do some horror stuff.
Yeah, we're definitely going to be doing
Classic
some
movie
reviews that
reviews,
come
yeah.
up and some commentaries, so look forward to that. If you like this, you might like that.
Yeah.
And then eventually we'll have better lighting, I promise.
Yeah.
But until then, I'm Chris.
I'm Wookie Bang.
And this has been the Smart Ass Podcast.
Good day.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen.